What is this intimation of immortality, this profoundest of all intuitions, this most ineradicable of all instincts, which lives ever on, renewing its youth, rising up from the ashes of dead fires, as an angel voice that sings on, above all the din of superstition, the degradations and miseries, the follies and fears of life? What is it, if it is not the testimony of God speaking in the heart of the child, the whisper of heaven, claiming for its own this thing of earth? Cicero long since said, in everything the consent of all nations is to be accounted the law of nature, and to resist it is to resist the voice of God. An error never perpetuates itself. Falsehood has no inherent recuperative energy. Error alone is sectional. Bryant says, error wounded writhes in pain and dies amidst its worshippers. Where do we go to find out what is truth, but to concurrent human testimony? All men cannot be deceived, therefore, immortality is a reality. A belief so universal, so entirely agreeable to our feelings, so accordant with our reason, so independent of education, so uninfluenced by differences of culture, antecedents and surroundings, cannot be false and misleading. This belief is clearly not the result of education. It could not have originated with man, nor have come to him from without. It must proceed, therefore, from a supreme moral intelligence. It has its foundation in the inward predisposition of our mental and moral constitution, implanted there by God himself. This feeling that there is a hereafter, this intuitiveness is the counterpart of reality, just as the reflection of a face in the water is sufficient evidence that the face itself is not an illusion. The idea of immortality is interwoven with the mind, it is a part of the soul's original furniture, it is God's appointed witness that we shall live again. Man is the only creature that has this religious instinct, therefore immortality must be the end to which it leads. If man has an instinct looking forward to future life, and there is no future life provided for him, then he is the solitary exception to a rule otherwise universal. There is no example in nature of an organic instinct without its correlate. Where do we see an instance of a creature instinctively craving a certain kind of food in a place where no such food can be found? When the swallow's instinct causes them to fly away from clouds and storms to seek a warmer country, do they not actually find a milder climate beyond the sea? Nature never utters false prophecies. And if this be true with regard to the impulses of physical life, why should it not be true with regard to the superior instincts of the soul? Want is a prophecy of destiny. As Schiller puts it, was der Geist verspricht leistet die Nature, what the spirit promises nature performs. Addison clearly portrays the philosophical mind of Cato in the following lines, as sublime in express sign as in depth of reasoning. It must be so, Plato, thou reasonest well, else whence this pleasing hope, this fond desire, this longing after immortality? Or whence this secret dread and inward horror of falling into naught? Why shrinks the soul back on herself and startles at destruction? 'Tis the divinity that stirs within us, 'tis heaven itself that points out a hereafter, and intimates eternity to man. Must we believe that God has raised these hopes to crush them? No, assuredly not. It is not conceivable of a wise and loving Father that when we are ready to burst out into songs of love and wonder, our lips are to be forever sealed. Why are we endowed with this intense clinging to our own conscious personal life if maybe tomorrow or surely in a few years we shall be snuffed out like a candle? If I believed that I was to behold nothing but the earthly scene of the eternal drama, and when my spirit was wrapped in anxiety I must perish in suspense, I should curse the day that gave me birth, I should never smile again, I should go weeping through life. Is immortality a dream? Let me dream on. I am content. Yes, if 'twere only a dream, better it were to clasp it, brood on it until it seem real as the lines that grasp it. With Eckhard Henry Stoddard we sing our confidence in God as the guardian of man's immortality. The life of man is an arrow's flight, out of darkness into light, and out of light into darkness again, perhaps to pleasure.